podcast where we chat about all things Christian fiction. I'm your host, author, and insatiable reader, Shatona Havoc. And guys, we have with us today a new to me author, Nicholas Teeguarden. I'm really liking the first name. It's my son-in-law's name, so we know that this is good. But he has Christian thrillers that, I don't know, they talk about, he does mention Indiana Jones, because that's what I got from it. This like Indiana Jones vibe. And I was like, yes, especially when you listen to the opening of the book on the audio sample on Amazon. I'm just saying, I felt like I was in Indy's classroom, and yet it didn't feel like a copy at the same time. So I'm just putting that out there. So welcome, Nicholas. I'm so excited to talk about these because, hey, I'm fine now. I'm fine. Everything is fine. This is right up my alley. All right. Again, I'm fine. Okay. So, hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, this is going to be great. Okay, so Masa Chronicles, The Copper Scroll is book 1. It says it's an archaeological thriller inspired by the Dead Sea Scrolls. So, where did this come from?
Well, I mean, you mentioned a couple of times already, Indiana Jones, growing up, that was my favorite. And then things like it, right? Like the National Treasure.
Yes.
Da Vinci Code. But I was trying to find something that would be fun, but not something that's been overplayed, quote unquote.
Right.
Ark of the Covenant, those type of things.
Right. Okay. So there's so many questions. Okay. So I saw, fun story. I got to tell this story, guys. I'm sorry, but I just have to. I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark when we lived in Victorville in 1980, 81, 79, one of those years. My parents went, they didn't want to see Raiders of the Lost Ark because they thought it was going to be stupid and ridiculous. So they went to see Clash of the Titans while I went and saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. They came out and they were so frustrated and disgusted because they just couldn't stand Clash of the Titans. And I am raving about this movie, about this guy, and he goes and he's fighting the Nazis, and my dad was so mad. And it's the first time I've ever seen them turn around and just go right back to the movies. I mean, we went to the movies like once every 3 or 4 years as a kid. They turned around and they went right back. So, okay, I mean, I am all about the Raiders thing. Where do you stand on movie 2?
I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, I like the movie as a standalone, but to put it in to keep it in a trilogy, it just seems far-fetched.
Yeah.
But 1 and 3,
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. And I can even swallow 4 better than 2. 4 was a crack up because they were kind of making fun of it. Right. Instead of taking it too seriously. It's the only reason it remotely worked. It didn't work as well as the others because yeah. But I mean, at least they didn't try to, take it too seriously. And then I can give it that. But yeah, the second one, I was like, they're just trying to do all the action stuff and there's no story. Where's the story? I mean, as a kid, I saw this. It's like, where's the story? Okay. I just had to get that out of my system. Thank you. Anyway. So, what are we going to see in the Copper Scroll? I like copper. And why copper?
Well, so it was found with the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's an actual scroll made out of copper, and it's engraved with things. I think I put one actually in the book, but in the cave, under the pillar, 5 paces, something or other. I mean, that's how it's written. Written like a treasure map. So that's what I went with because I thought that would be neat to kind of cross-play that and then to use that to find some more, biblical artifacts that, may or may not work.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I like that. I've never heard of a copper scroll with that. So A, history lesson for me, that makes me very happy. But B, it makes actually more sense because I mean, this is going to last. The Dead Sea Scrolls, I'm amazed that there's even the tatters of them that there are.
Right.
We're talking how many years? A couple 1950. I don't know how many years they were. I'm going back all the way to Jesus. I think they were a little older than I mean younger than that, but still I'm like, just the fact that we have anything is pretty amazing. But then also copper, I mean, this has to be pretty pretty like impressive. And I just why didn't they use that more?
I think because of the cost, and this is one of the things. If you look into, if you really start digging the whole of the Copper Scroll, some will say that they think it's actual really good treasure because it's a copper scroll and copper is expensive. And then there's others that say it was just some farmer that wrote it and only makes sense to him, and he was writing it for where he buried his tools or something. So
Oh man, good. So I assume the research on this must have been a whole lot of fun.
I really enjoyed it. I didn't start doing research on this, but I spent 2 or 3 years reading theology stuff, looking into old artifacts, those type of things. And then one day I just started writing because something about the Copper Scroll piqued my interest. And so I just kind of started writing it. And then I was tying it to different artifacts that people would make conjectures about and then kind of put my own spin on it.
Oh man, oh man. Okay, so what are we going to see in the book? What happens that you can tell us?
Well, so they will find biblical treasures, biblical artifacts that are mentioned in the Bible, and they are actually, they're items that the Bible says something happened to them. I pick it up after the Bible and say this might have happened to it, and this is how it ended up here. So I know some people have taken offense to how I wrote about some of the artifacts because it's in the Bible and they know what happened. I pick up after the Bible and I'm just spinning stories. So that's what makes
Right.
it.
Well, exactly. And I don't it's kind of like even like the Raiders of the Lost Ark thing, that finding the ark. I don't think anybody's going to ever find this ark. So any story about finding this ark and doing what they did with it and then it just kind of disappearing into the annals of whatever, it's a story. Nobody's going to think that this is really what happened to it. Once we know what we know, then everything else is just conjecture and fun and whatever. All the things that they've done with like the Shroud of Turin and the Sudnarium and things like that, they're stories. This is not reality, guys. It's fiction.
This is why I try not to read my comments. Don't read the comments.
Yeah, no, whatever you do, don't read your reviews. Have someone else read them at first. Make sure that there's not something like, chapter 4 is missing. That's kind of important. But other than that, yeah. I do like someone to let me know where I went right so that
Uh-huh.
I keep going. And where I went wrong, yes, but it's always better coming through a filter, someone who knows that, how to help.
Right.
Guys, just remember that there's a human on the other side of those reviews. Be honest. If you can't stand the book, you can say so while still being kind.
Yeah.
They're not mutually exclusive. Okay, I
I,
just had to
I
get that
haven't.
out.
Yeah, I haven't received any bad comments, but there are some comments that I kind of roll my eyes at because tell me you didn't read on without telling me you didn't read on. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, it's a thing, guys. It's a thing. We're grateful for reviews, period. Even bad reviews, I swear, I don't think people understand that a bad review can validate all the good ones in a way that just all good ones can't. It's kind of funny, but it does work that way. And it's just like, ah. So, anyway, okay. So, we have a grad student who is also an Army veteran.
Yeah, I kind of identify with that.
So we have an Army veteran here who has who did some grad studies. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, so I did, and my grad studies have nothing to do with archaeology, but I do love history. And then the character itself, I like to have a good time, but my dad always had these great stories about traveling. And one of the things you're going to get is very detailed descriptions of places and things, like you might be actually there. And that, a
Ah,
lot of people,
yes.
that's one of their favorite reviews to give about it, is just how descriptive that is. And I get that from how my dad would tell his stories, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
so I I had my own stories. I traveled, did all the things, and so I'm kind of passing that legacy on.
Oh, I love it. Well, just even that opening scene on the audio, just the description of walking into that classroom and chalk dust. And I was just like, yes, I feel this. I'm here. I am here right now. And it's funny because there are people who write very descriptively and I cannot stand it. I'm just like, just get me away. Can you just get to the story? And then there are people who write very descriptively and all it does is set me there and make me feel what is happening with the characters. And I can already tell that what you're doing is the latter, for which I was really grateful because as soon as I saw opening with description, I went, uh-oh. And then, because a lot of times I don't like it. I'm like, no, I want to like this book. This is up my alley. No. But then I was just like, oh, wait a minute. I'm here. I'm in the classroom. I know where I'm sitting. It's kind of strange. But so yeah, when someone does description that well, that right. And I think we know how you got it when you hear someone telling that kind of description that well. It just works. I feel like Tolkien could have learned from you. Anyway, hi, how you doing? I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying I'm trying. I'm very trying. Anyway, so this guy, Joshua Bennett, he finds this Dead Sea artifact. And then is that what makes him go off on a hunt? I mean, just what's he doing?
So, like I mentioned, the Copper Scroll is something that scholars have been researching and digging on for the last, I think, what is almost 70 years now that since they found it, and nobody has even come close to unlocking it. So he uses this as like his thesis. He's going to go and he's going to write this big grand book about this item, and so he goes off to a school that's right across the street from the museum where the item is held. I kind of took liberties on that. It's not necessarily that physical, but in reality, but so that's what gets him there. And then in his research, he just stumbles across a result or unlocks a piece, and he has drawn attention from other groups that also know that this copper scroll exists and that there might be something behind it.
Oh, okay. All right. So it talks about ancient conspiracies, which I like the fact that we're drawing, people who know about it today and have their agendas, and then there were agendas in the past. It talks about rivals. Can you get more indie than rivals? And even that even draws into like National Treasure, where there are people are like trying to put a stop to stuff too. So I mean, this is so cool. Oh boy. What was the funnest part about writing this?
I went into it with a very loose arc or outline. I had major points, that I wanted to hit. Other than that, every chapter is a discovery in itself when I was writing it. So I was putting myself in the journey. I was unlocking it, and then writing how I would have felt doing it.
It's like an author video game.
I mean, so I tell people I wrote it honestly for my own entertainment because I can't find entertainment that I really love anymore anyway. So that's what started me really on it. But then I think beyond that, just some of the interplay between, you're going to find the, Jewish, Catholic, and Muslim are all in this book. And so the interplay between the three groups, when they come together, is something I really had a good time with.
Oh, I can imagine. Oh my goodness. Okay. So conversely, what was the hardest thing to write? Because I mean, my brain can come up with about 3 dozen possibilities.
I think honestly, the hardest part was dialing it back.
Yes, that was my number one, limiting myself.
Because I could have made this double the amount of words that were in it, but I was trying to dial it back, trying to keep people readers entertained enough to keep going, not to get lost in some story that my mind made up and nobody else is going to get.
Yeah. That is the hardest part for me in almost every book, is limiting myself. It's like, I could go here and I could do this and I could go there and I could do that. And ooh, what if, all the what ifs, right? And you're just going, oh boy. So I totally get it. And then, because this is Christian fiction, it's a Christian fiction thriller. Faith wise, what happens? I mean, that you can tell us, because obviously we don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah, so the overall arc is going to be, like I said, you're going to have the three groups competing for control of what comes out of the Copper Scroll for their own reasons, right? So
right.
we have the Templars that have come back. We have ISIS, who wants to collect everything because they want to use it to auction off or destroy it, or keep any kind of Christian thing underground. The Templars want to control it for their own, going back to the Crusades, they just want to be in charge of it. And then the Jewish just kind of go along for the ride and become, the biggest allies.
Which I love. That is so cool. It's just so cool. Okay. So before we got on, you mentioned that you're working on book 2.
Mm-hmm.
How many books are we going to see?
Well, I'm up to 5 in my head. So, and that's just for the main storyline. And then I've kind of come up with some ideas for spin-off characters, or, like the spin-off for some of the characters that I enjoyed writing more than I thought I would when I started.
I get it. Okay. Can I just say I love the fact that you said 5, because I love those odd numbers. They make me very happy. I don't know why, because in many things I prefer even, but when it comes to anything physical that I can see on a shelf, I want an odd number. It is symmetrically beautiful to me. And so when you say 5, my heart just sings. If someone says 4, I die a little. Except there are minor exceptions. Like Dana Mentink has her elements of danger. She has fire. She has water. She's not going to have wind or earth unless somebody gets in there and starts begging Ravel, come on, people. Anyway, those 4 make sense because you've got your 4 elements, and that's how it should be in life. I'm okay with that. But otherwise, can you please give me 5? So the fact that we have 5 makes me happy. Can you promise that you will do at least 3 on these spin-offs? And yesterday would be better than tomorrow. I'm just saying. We kind of need these like right away. I'm like, please. Anyway, I'm just saying, guys, it is available on audio, and I just got it for a great price on audio. I hope the sale is still going on when this episode goes out, because that would be awesome for you. But if not, grab your credit and go for it, because audio. But I did Kindle, paperback, audio, life. It's like the perfect trifecta. Again, it's in the 3s. You throw a hardback in there and it messes. No, just kidding. Hardback is my favorite. But I just. So when do we think we will see book 3? 2. And let me get my numbers straight. Book 2 would be nice. Let's start there.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have book 2 ready to go, probably out around the same time this was out, in around October-ish.
Ooh, I am so excited. I mean, okay. Well, for A, you're gonna have to. Wow, what do we do? Do you? Is there anything you can tell us about the second book that doesn't spoil stuff in the first one?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So the biggest thing book 2 is going to have is a little bit more magical things, or supernatural, if you will, things that happen.
Okay, that's that. All right, I'm excited. Okay, but in addition to this series, you just had another book come out March 17th, I think it was, so St. Patrick's Day. And it's World War II?
Yeah, so this is one of those kind of rabbit trail things for me. I was
I'm
working
so
on
glad I'm not the only rabbit trailer.
so I was working on book 2 for this, and I was in a shop and I ran across this journal, and the journal, the name in the book that I wrote is not the name on the journal that I found. So I'll put that out there. But there is a journal that I found physically, and it is about his time in World War II. But again, I completely went off. It just gave me the idea, when I bought it and kind of read through it, thinking I'm invading somebody else's thoughts doing
Right. Yes, that guilt of, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Turn the page. Oh, I shouldn't be.
it. So good. But I really enjoyed it, and it just kind of it. I enjoyed it so much personally, me as a thing that happened to me, that I would just kind of shared a story about it. And honestly, I just kind of published it because I sent it to the beta readers, that were good about reading this book, the Masa Chronicles. I sent it to
Yes.
them, and the only reason I published it because they said they loved it more than they loved this book. So
It's like, well, you got to do it because okay, anything World War II is still the publishers keep saying that it's kind of played out. There's not as much interest and everything, and yet the readers are going, I need more. So I don't know what the publishers are talking about, but the readers are going, I need more. Where's more? I mean, don't get me wrong, there are readers that are like, okay, I want something else. Great, I'm so glad you do, but can we have more? So I'm just like, okay. Um, I put a couple of books on my list to read this week, but I'm thinking, see, I've already got the audio, so I can listen to that on my walk. So audio is good. I'm halfway done with my mystery that I'm already in. So, it can queue up next. Life is good. But I'm thinking this one has got to be my next because yes, oh my goodness. All right, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, so it says A Boy from the Vines, a novel of war, memory, and the boy who wouldn't look away. Yes. Yes. Mm. Okay. It's so these journal entries are from the son of a vintner in France,
yes,
and Germany's coming, and he has a Jewish best friend.
yes, and so so the journal starts right at the time when Germany is coming into France, because this is taking place in northern France. So that's kind of where it happens. I've traveled there, so I kind of knew what I was talking about. I may have taken some left turns, but for the most part, I tried to stay true to what is actually there. And I just thought the play on, again, the interplay between, a Christian and a Jewish person working together to achieve something great is just something I'm going to continue to put in my books. Like, we can work together.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love it. It says at the bottom of the description, it says, guys, character driven World War II fiction like The Nightingale and All the Light We Cannot See. I'm just saying those are names that people recognize, and I can see it based upon what I'm reading in the synopsis. So I'm just putting that out there. This is definitely so basically we've already lured you into the multiple genre camp. I like this. This makes me so happy.
Yeah, again, I write for my own entertainment, so we're gonna keep, you know, doing crazy stuff, I guess.
Right? So excited, so excited. Okay. So both books you've given people, if you're going to like, I mean, if you like, this author, you're going to like these. So we have these books. We already know kind of the comps because you were gracious enough to give us to him, and we know that book 2 of the Masa Chronicles is coming out this fall. Are we going to see the rest of them kind of in that time frame, approximately one a year, or is it gonna drag into a little bit more? Because let's face it, the further series goes, the harder it gets. I mean, what do we know?
So my goal right now is to have a Masa come out around the same time every year for the next couple of years, anyway. And again, like you said, the more you write about something, kind of as an author, it just seems that the less interesting it is to just sit down at the computer and continue to write. I've
Well, and
found
it
that a
becomes
couple
harder
times.
because you've got so many more threads you've got to keep a hold of, and you tied it off, but sometimes they unravel and come back to haunt you.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy it, and I really love the universes that I built. But I also have the personality that I like to start new things, not necessarily finish old things.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get drawn into someone's like, "Oh, can you do it?" And I'm like, "Yay!" And I'm writing. I'm like, "Wait a minute, I've got a book half done over here. Can I get back over there and finish the book that I was working on in 2013?" Not that that's ever happened to me. Um, Hi, Seaside is coming. I promise. Anyway, and it's not that I'm not interested still, but I am in real life as well as writing life that person that I walk into the kitchen to put a plate in the sink, but I see that the sink is full of plates, so I load the dishwasher, but I can't load the dishwasher. I have to unload the dishwasher, and when I'm putting this thing away, I see a broken dish, so I got to go glue that dish, and I can't find the glue, but that's because the drawer is a mess. So I'm going to clean my guys. It works with writing too. Okay, if you give a writer a story, she's gonna make cookies.
Yeah, I call it my. There's 15-minute things never take 15 minutes.
No.
It's always hours. Like, well, that was supposed to only
Right.
last 15 minutes. 3 hours later, I'm still working on it. So
Right. Because, oh, I think I got a new idea for the cover. Let me work on that for a few. Yes. It'll only
I gotta
take a
update
minute.
my website. Oh, and I gotta go check my emails. And oh, I
Right.
gotta do this.
It's a thing, guys. It's a thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, for readers who love both World War II and all things Indiana Jones slash National Treasure slash all the things, if they had to read one book today, and they can only read one book today, and then they're going to have to wait 3 months. Let's just throw an arbitrary out. Which one do you send them to first?
I'm probably gonna send them to the Masa, to good old Josh, because I just really love it. And I'm in the middle of writing book 2, so it's all just kind of fresh emotions for me. So
Yeah. And see, my brain is going, read the Boy in the Vines, because then you wait 3 months, you can read book one, and the book two is going to come out right after that. And so it's going to be like boom, boom. And yet I guarantee you I'm going to actually start Masa myself first, because I'm going to finish my audiobook first. It's just what's going to end first. So I'm a total hypocrite and don't listen to Shatona. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Okay, can I just say we need more books like these? So, A, write faster, B, write more, C, quit your day job. and and his wife says, "Over my dead body, we need to
oh,
eat."
well, fun story about that is I'm retired military, so she goes to work and I get to stay at home. So that's kind of where it all comes from. And so I'm my own marketer, my own this, my own that, and, around
Awesome.
the author space. So
Yeah. See, my husband works all day, I write all night. Life is grand. He supports us while I do what I do, and I'm so grateful, because then I get to write all the things, because I do write all the things. Anyway, okay. Well, okay, so where should readers go to find out more about this book, your other books, what's coming, all the things?
well, the website nickteeguarden.com, and that's Nick is normal. Teeguarden is T like the golf, Tee, and then garden with a U, Guarden. Honestly, if you can spell it right and you get that into Google, you'll pretty much find where all my stuff is.
Love it. I love it. And it is in the show notes, guys. So you can go over there and click and do the things, and, keep up with what's coming, because you don't want to miss it. I don't know about you. I don't want to miss it. I haven't signed up yet. And I just closed. What was I doing? I was going to sign up and see if there was a newsletter, and I didn't look because Shatona and not very smart.
Yeah, if you sign up for
Where?
a newsletter, I really try to not overwhelm the newsletter folks. I will say I'm so proud of myself. I have like 750, which may not sound like a lot to some, but considering I started with 0, and I know the 5 people I grew up with that are on my Facebook, so so I'm proud of myself for that. But I really try not to overwhelm them, and I send 1 a month, if that. If there's 2 a month, it's because something special is going on.
Love it. I love it so much. Oh, it just makes my day. There we go. I've got it open so I can hit submit as soon as we get done chatting. But, well, Nick, thank you, A, for writing these. We need more, especially, guys, I don't know about you, but I have men in my life that are like, I want something that holds my attention, and there's just not enough. And so, I mean, because like you want to send them suspense, but so much of Christian fiction isn't just suspense; it's romantic suspense, and too often the romance overshadows the actual suspense. Guys, if you want something that doesn't, check out Dana Mintink's Elements of Danger series. I'm just saying, yeah, it's got the romance, but it's got the suspense. You are literally, if it can go wrong, it's going to go wrong, and then go wrong again before it even get a breather. That thing is so fast paced. So, I mean, we need those, and then we've got this. How many guys do you know that don't like Raiders of the Lost Ark? I don't know any. I'm just saying. So here we have it. It's here. It's waiting. It's calling your name. So thanks for writing this. Thanks for writing more. And yeah, you got to come back and tell us about more.
Well, I'll definitely keep you posted.
So cool. So cool. Meanwhile, guys, I'm going to say have a good day. Go read this. You've got 2 books to choose from, and you don't have to wait the hypothetical 3 months. You can read them back to back, and you won't get confused because they're different genres and time periods, and isn't God good? Meanwhile, I'll chat with you guys next time.